Face reality, people. Movies are dead. Games are dead. Narrative? Dead.
Media is nothing but neural trigger response and viral conditioning.
Wait, what are you two talking about?
Tomatoes. No, the public. I'm sure it was lower from the public, bro.
People who didn't bother to grade the movie on Rotten Tomatoes, like, yeah, it sucked.
I'll tell you right now. No, the public gave it a 57. The reviewers gave it a 21.
Something wrong with the public then. Just another pandemic out there. I mean, why am I surprised?
This motherfucker.
Oh God, what a horrible!
We got a 31, generally unfavorable, 31% on Metacritic. It's got a 5.6. That's the best rating it got on IMDb.
Here's the thing.
Out of 100?
Out of 10.
Out of 10, genius.
Here's the thing. I'm recording now, by the way.
I want my 2 hours back.
Imagine your friends like talking to you, like, and they're like, all right, okay. Wouldn't it be cool if, and then you hear the worst like string of like narrative ever, like that is this movie.
Let's do 30 minutes of harvesting wheat.
It's a. I don't think cliche is the right word. It's kind of a copy of these things, but like a shitty copy, like a shitty copy. If there's a shitty copy, then there's a shittier version of the shitty copy. I think this movie is that. Like Monkey Man was like kind of like this is kind of like me and this guy like the same movies type of thing. This shit was kind of like a. Are you just trying to like copy these styles of movies from Star Wars to Dune to fucking? I swear to God, I saw Superman in this movie. I swear on my life I did. The robot, Anthony Hopkins' robot, bro. I swear to God, he landed like Superman. I got nothing.
I didn't see him use the antlers, and then I didn't see him use the antlers, and then at the end he's like, "May I be of some assistance? I have these," and lifted the antlers. Like, what the fuck is happening?
I don't know.
What are magic antlers?
Why are they making a third one?
Why are they making a second one?
No, the second one made sense. And this is why it's gonna. Yes, it does. It's gonna be graded on that. Like the first movie, I watched it. The beginning was okay. It was actually okay. Then this plot started happening. Then I'm like, oh, this is bad. This is really bad. And then I'm like, okay.
Through meeting all the characters, and now, 4 are dead?
No, that's the thing, though. They did this cheap version of meeting all the characters and understanding the characters, and then they did it again in this movie. They gave them like their last supper story of like, oh, what do you regret in life, right? The fucking Blood Diamonds dude. He's like, oh, I regret this moment. It's like, are you still giving me background on these characters that we're supposed to know already? It can't be runtime because Zack Snyder, you get all the fucking runtime in the world. No one knows why, but you get all the runtime in the fucking world to make your movies. And this is what you come on, dude. Like, this was supposed this movie is like off rip. It's a -2 points out of 10. It's a -2 for not like because your first movie was like, okay, I'll give you room for a setup. But this one's supposed to like say, fuck that, let's go here. They didn't do that. They said, fuck it, we'll backtrack, try to give you some sort of narrative or story why these characters like each other, why they're here in the first place, their background still doing their background stories. It's like off rip -2 off rip. Like that's fucking nuts to do that. And then there's nothing else surrounding it, man. What was surrounding it?
Hold on. I gotta give him +1 on slow motion wheat harvest.
No, I'm not gonna give -1 for that, but it's definitely a minus. It's minus something.
It was 30 minutes. It was 30 minutes of the movie.
Well, they came up with this stupid excuse of not just killing all of them immediately off rep. Is like, no, preserve the wheat. Then an hour later, like, fuck the wheat, just kill them all. Like, well, if you just did that off rip, you probably would have killed them all.
And they spent time to explain why fuck the wheat.
Yes. I don't know why the massive empire guys need fucking wheat for.
Said, hey, send the soldiers in. If they die, that's less wheat we need.
The random chick found a fucking underground water tunnel to swim through and shit. Like, isn't water more important? Just take their water. I don't know. Like, apparently the grain is the fucking thing. For what? I don't know. Like pizza or something? I don't know what they're thinking. Like flour?
Hey,
why they make it flour? Why wasn't it like a fuel or something that fueled their ships or something like that?
All empires are built on wheat. You just they needed to highlight that. Even in space empires.
It breaks my suspension of disbelief that the fucking neocon military is gonna roll up and steal your grain. What? Well, you have spaceships. They're gonna steal your fucking grain. Like it doesn't mentally it doesn't work for me. Yeah.
Well, that's why they have to fuck with the humans because the alien races out there. They got
no, they're all human. They're all human. Stop it.
Wheat.
No.
They got their own.
They're all human, and this doesn't make sense. Straight up. Zack Snyder makes me confident that I could actually make a Hollywood movie. Straight up. Like, just give me the budget. I think I can make a better movie. Like, without any experience. That's not a good thing for movie fans. But not that movie fans care.
What movie would you make? What movie would you make?
Well, it wouldn't be a mixture of Star Wars, Dune, Superman, Batman. Like, I wouldn't mix all these movies together and call it something. Call it Rebel Moon.
Meets Terminator.
Golly.
Chucky meets Terminator. Do it.
This is something they did in the first movie that I thought they would have said. They either would have just ran from where they left off, or possibly make it better. But they didn't do either one. They just rehashed what they did in the first movie, which is making these archetypal teammates. Like, oh, we're a team. We're people from different backgrounds teaming up to fight the big baddie, right? And all they did was reiterate that in this movie. Like in their Last Supper moment where they're talking about their own backgrounds, right? It's like, weren't you supposed to do that in the first fucking movie? Of why you guys are even working together in the first place? But all of a sudden, these guys are all best buds. They're best buds with the villagers. The Asian chick with the robot arms is like, oh, you're like my own child. Because they show us one moment. It's somehow Zack Snyder with all his slow motion still made a rushed movie somehow. It doesn't make sense.
I thought she was gonna kill that kid when he put the piece of wheat in her face.
No, she liked it. She's like, oh, kid being playful.
I know, but the look she had, she was like gonna kill the kid for doing it.
My God. God.
Does Zack Snyder put hidden gems at the end of things?
Excuse me?
Does
he put hidden gems? Excuse me?
No, what do you call it? Where at the end of the credits, there's
end credit scenes,
more clips. Yeah.
No. I'm not staying for that. No. I can see right here on the timestamp. There's 11 more minutes. There might be an end credit scene actually. There's 11 minutes left in this shit. There might be an end fucking credit scene. I won't watch it. There's no like, come on, man. You had a full movie. Like, you had your first one where they gave you a chance, right? Kind of fucked it up. You fucked it up a lot actually. And you get a second chance at a movie. It's like, oh fuck, maybe we should make sure that this is a lot more paced and a lot more about characters and all that shit. But they said, nah, fuck that. We're gonna ride this bullshit into the fucking sunset. Like, at least Fast and Furious had a starting core story at the very least before they went into superhero land and Vin Diesel's fucking riding, Camaros on the fucking moon. Like, at least they started somewhere grounded. This shit said fuck it from the fucking beginning, man. It's really bad. Also, I want to add one of the last pieces of notes I actually wrote down. Someone should be fucking sued for the fucking single tear thing, bro. They're spraying all type of chemicals in these actors' eyes to make them do single tear shots, bro. Because Zack Snyder thinks it's fucking cool to do. I'm like, someone should shoot this motherfucker. Like, someone's gonna lose vision at some point. They spray vinegar and some. Like, that guy from Game of Thrones gets sprayed with vinegar in his eyes and shit.
What are you talking about? They're such good actors they can single tear cry on command.
Bullshit. Some probably can, but where's their motivation for this fucking movie? Where's that for this?
What's the black guy, General Titus? It first appeared as one little dot under his eye. The camera goes away, and 2 minutes later it comes back, and it's a single stream of a tear.
Everyone does the Denzel now. I'm sure Zach saw that in a movie theater at some point. He's like, "Yo, that'd be so cool to have in my movie." I'm gonna make 20 to 30 different actors do that same exact. Yes, Glory. I'm gonna have 20 to 30 actors do that same exact fucking thing. I'm pretty sure Zach.
Where he was crying about his boots.
I'm telling you, man. This is a guy.
Oh no, when they whipped him. Okay.
This is a guy who was like, man, wouldn't it be cool if? And then he made an entire movie based on that. Straight up. That's what it looks like. That's where we're at. Golly, do not watch this fucking movie. I don't recommend it. I do not recommend. Skip the first one. Skip the first one so that you don't feel bad about skipping the second one. How about that? Skip both movies.
You'll learn how to fucking harvest wheat in this movie. It's educational. Watch it.
Why is the Galactic Empire fighting this one little small farming village, sending one platoon at a fucking time, all for this wheat, and then at the end saying like, well, fuck the wheat. Just kill him. Pointless, stupid, fake narrative setup to create some sort of motivations for other characters. Didn't work out too well. Dog shit movie. I do not recommend. Not at all. I don't remember what I gave the first Rebel Moon. Had to be a 6 something, right?
I have no idea.
Just to be safe, so it balances out, I'm gonna give this a 3.6 to balance it out. Whatever I gave, I'm sure it was like a 6 or a 5 something to balance it out, so the grades are like. This is one giant movie. Let's be honest about this. To balance it out, I'll give this a 3.6. So that if I gave it a 6.5 before, it'll balance out to like a 4.5 or something like that. I'll take it. It's a perfect grade for these two movies together. 4.5.
No, you gotta give it some points. Ray Fisher was in it.
Like I said, -2 off rep. You adding Ray Fisher? I want to say minus a point, but I want to be a dickhead about it. So
he got a fucking cameo after he was dead.
After that stupid slow motion run. God, the slow mo, like, I try to ignore tropes like that about Zack Snyder. Of like, people are like, "Oh, Zack Snyder, guess what you're gonna see? Slow motion." Like, I try to ignore things like that, but sometimes he just does it to where it's just so like in your face, where it's like, dude, are you leaning into this? Why are they cutting wheat in slow motion? Why are there people who are flying from planet to planet and solar system to solar system cutting wheat with fucking normal ass fucking like machetes and scythes and shit like
The
that?
size.
Like, why is that happening?
And they don't have technology except for their wagon, and it hovers.
They hit,
That
bro.
threw me off.
How'd they hide the wheat? They put sticks together and put some cloth over it and said, "Okay, put sand, cover it with sand." That's how they hid the fucking wheat. It's like, come on, man. Meanwhile, like terrorist ships from fucking planet Xeno are flying down from the atmosphere, like at your fucking farm and shit. Like, come on. Waste of fucking time. All right. I'll be honest. My real grade. My real grade for this movie is a 5.5. But whatever I gave, whatever I gave the first one, I needed to average out to like a 4 or 5, like 4.5 range. So if I gave it a 6, make it like this one, like what, a 2, a 2.5 or something, 2.25, something like that.
I don't know. I want to give it a 2, but it was educational how to farm wheat. So 3.7.
3.7. It's not the worst movie ever. It is. It isn't. It isn't the worst movie ever. But it's so far from just like mediocre. It's like, God damn, you're in the ass crack of film. You really are, man. So I'm gonna give it.
Well,
Yeah.
part of the low score is the ego behind Zack Snyder to think like he's just so fucking awesome.
God, I wish it was that. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Is it a fan base thing?
To know that back behind the scenes kind of shit with Zack Snyder and this whole like
I really don't know. I don't know what it is, man.
it adds to the badness of the movie.
such a whimper.
Subtracts from the score, but it's an ad.
Didn't even know this was coming out. This was a surprise to me. So it's like such a whimper. This thing just imploded with. Like, comes out of nowhere and just leaves with a fucking
tons
whimper.
Of fun though. It was tons of fun.
It wasn't. No, I'm never gonna watch this again. It's like the first movie. I'm never watching that one again. I'm probably not gonna watch the third one, to be honest with you. It has to be like desperation. Like there's absolutely nothing happening. Then I'll watch the third one.
You want to see this epic fail?
A little bit.
There's 5 of them. There's gonna be 5 of them.
But that's not watching a movie. That's just morbid curiosity, man. That's not actually watching a movie. So I had no plans of watching the third one because we know there's a third one now because of this movie. Like, who gave him 3 movies?
Already
like
do all 5 of them and has contracts in place. They gonna give him like free reign to just fucking make all these and these horrible scores.
Well, here's the thing: if he signed a contract where he's like, "All right, sign me for 5 movies," and just like outright makes them immediately, like here's 5 movies straight up. We got 5 movies. Towards like, fuck, we already spent money on it. All right, release them. Release the fucking things. Get them out. Get them over with. I could see that. But as far as continuation, where is the quality at to continue this shit? Even for Netflix, where's the continue? Like where? Like who's gonna say let's keep making more of these?
Again, right? Like this is his exit from Hollywood, right?
Who knows? Who knows? He got an entire movement to let him release his Justice League version on its own in premiere, 4 hours long. In 4 parts. He released an entire Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Justice League fucking movie in 4 hours exclusively on HBO Max in primetime like level. How the fuck did that happen? No one knows, but it happened. So I'm like, this guy must have like sex tapes on someone or something, bro. Like, how's he doing this? He has
Wait,
blackmail
are
on
you
someone.
talking about? Are you talking about the four?
The parts
The
1 through 4 of Zack Snyder's Justice League, the black and white,
Did-
or it wasn't black and white. Was it black and white? Might have been. Was it 4 parts?
I don't think I've seen what you're talking about. Then,
Dude, I remember reacting in real time on stream. Like I played it, but I didn't play the audio. It's just us.
was it recent or a while?
No,
ago?
this was years ago.
Okay.
It was like me and the boys fucking chilling out. We're gonna watch this fucking movie. I think I muted the live stream, but we were still live. We were like watching that entire movie. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, it's over. Haven't seen it since, man. Have not looked back. But it is what it is. All right, let's end this fucking review.
Wait, was Ben Affleck Batman in this?
Yes,
So I might have seen it.
it'd be. I don't remember if it was in black and white or if it was in color, but whatever. It was Zack Snyder's Justice League, 100%. I'm like, this is what we're waiting for, guys. Really? But whatever. All right, there's our review of Zack Snyder's. Yes, I'm putting his name in front of it. Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon Part 2.
Rebel Moon.
The Scargiver. That's the girl, right? The girl's a Scargiver.
Right.
Because she gave the guy the scar, but then he ended up dying anyway, so it doesn't matter. There's no more scar. There's no more scar because he's not there anymore either. So
Right. He has no head now.
yeah, he's done. He's done so. Unless
he got stabbed in the gut. He fell into a door. Got the door closed on him. Then kicked in the face. Then his head chopped off.
unless the super duper plasma ooze engulfs his body and creates a new head for him. Now he's super duper mega lame villain.
No, they're gonna retcon us, and Belisarius actually, Motherwork can just clone. He has clones of this guy.
Oh, okay. No, good point. Good point. This is totally like a legit narrative and story and movie. Anyways, there's our review of that movie.
That, I'm sorry, Zack Snyder, for spoiler.
Anyways, there's our review.
Ruin your coming.
Damn it, Dumpster! Damn it! There's our review for that shitty movie called Rebel Moon Part 2.